have dog hair on my shirt.
I have dog hair all over my pants.
We've been playing with my chihuahua.
She is such a
weenie.
loving dog, but she is an attention hog.
As soon as we went live, I looked down. I was like, hair, dog hair all over me.
Well, hello.
Hello, everybody.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Laurie.
We're Journey with the Gingers.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
So tell us something good.
Almanac.
If you have some good news or a celebration that you want to share with us, put it in the chat. If you have any upcoming trips, tell us about it. If you're a creator and you have any milestones with your channel, please tell us about that as well. We want to celebrate with you. Do you have any celebrations, Hannah?
We might go to Pride this weekend. We might not, just depending on the weather.
We have a parade,
a Pride parade.
Pride parade in our
So
town.
happy Pride, everybody!
Happy Pride.
It's the last week of Pride Month.
Yes. We have a wedding in 135 days.
We do.
There is we're in full wedding mode.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go. I got a mother of the bride dress, and now I'm questioning it. So we're going to go. Mimi and I are going looking for and see if there's another dress out there.
She's going with you tomorrow?
Yes, of course. She wants to go to the dress shop.
Uh-huh.
I like the one I have, but I feel like
she got the FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Yeah, I think I feel like I need to just take one more look. So we'll see. If I don't buy anything tomorrow, I'm stopping and keeping what I got. So I have 3 cruises, but
I'm going to sit back for this part. I got nothing except for getting married, so have fun.
But you do have a honeymoon to talk about.
Well, so yes, no idea what we're doing for the honeymoon because we have to get a roof done this year, and we have to get the electrician in for the house to make sure that 2 people can actually use all the electricity.
All those adult problems.
Yes. So now we get to see what we can afford after the roof and the electrician.
You can do something small after the wedding and then plan something.
I know, but
big.
you still got to pay for the big thing.
Yeah.
And Hannah is also very tempted because she got an email from the host of a masquerade ball, i.e. the Phantom of the Opera immersive experience that's happening in New York. And she's very tempted to...
I don't think Gerald's going to want to do that for his honeymoon.
No, it won't be. It'll be done before we get married, probably.
Oh.
It's only 6 weeks.
It's in 6 weeks. The masquerade.
I don't know when it starts, but it's only 6 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
but
it's a Phantom of the Opera,
like
immersive experience.
Yeah,
in New York City,
and they are telling you that you have to wear a masquerade mask and you have to dress elegantly.
And it has to be in black, silver, or white.
Yeah.
I wonder what color Hannah would choose.
I just spit. That'll be water.
I know which color I would choose.
Yeah. Marilyn Dillon says she'll go. Yeah, like, that just sounds like fun. And then they said, don't wear heels. And I'm like, what do you have us walking across?
I know, right?
We can't.
I bet you climbing stairs because you go up to a rooftop.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen some of it, what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Nick, you want to go?
Nick, you want to go? Yeah. Anyway, I do have 3 cruises coming up, and I actually have one in under 40 days.
Good for you.
On the Carnival Liberty. And we'll talk about Carnival a little bit later because everything was announced last week and we were not here last week. So we're not going to go into the details because we've had other channels that have covered everything really well. So we're not going to talk about the whole what they're saying they're changing it to and all that, but we are going to give our opinion a little bit. And then I have a cruise in September with William, and then I have a cruise next March with William and Cheryl and Ed and Michelle and Louise and Jean, which are friends with Cheryl and Ed. So I'm excited to cruise with them again. And then they announced Carnival Liberty, being the ship that we're going on in August with Mimi, they are in dry dock, and they were in dry dock in Spain, and they were supposed to be back for a sailing on July 6th, which is not my sailing. My sailing's in August, and they had to cancel the July 6th sailing because something has happened at the dry dock area where they were getting the ship updated, where there was, I don't know if it's a strike or whatever happened, it's some kind of stuff going on. They're really not telling every detail of what happened, but they had to move to another area in France. I think Marseille. How you say it? Marseille. It looks like Marseilles, but I think it's Marseille.
I don't know France.
They had to move the ship to France to get finished because of whatever was happening in Spain. And there's like some issues going on where Carnival's like, if that's not fixed, we're going to stop bringing it. We have so many ships already lined up here to come and be upgraded or renovated. And if this continues to happen, we're going to have to move areas. So that was pretty serious. But yeah. But July 6th cruise, 7-day cruise on the Carnival Liberty was canceled. And so people are getting their money back, plus they're getting free credit towards a future cruise. So that's not bad. That's a nice little free cruise, I guess. Even though you have to change all your travel plans. At least it didn't happen like it was tomorrow. At least they had a week's notice to figure it out, I guess. Anyway. So let's say hello to everybody in the chat. I'm so glad to see y'all here. Hello, Anthony. Good to see you, one of our moderators, and we appreciate you for that. And Mary Ellen says, hello, Hannah and Laurie. Hello, Mary Ellen. And there's Cheryl and Ed. Hello, Gingers. We missed you guys last week. Thank you. We missed y'all. Next, we do have to take off one. Sorry, I have hiccups. We do have to take off one Thursday every month because I'm on a committee that I have meetings on Thursdays. So that's what I had last week. But we have Paul. He says, howdy, driving and listening. Hi, Paul. Hope you and Meg are doing well. And there's Nick.
One of my favorite Canadians.
One of your favorite Canadians. Good evening, all. Hope you're doing well. And you're beautiful as always. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate that. And hello, beautiful Holly. Good to see you. She says, I'm looking to book another MSC World America or two to see my friend again. Mary Ellen Dillon loved World America. I definitely want to check it out. And there's Eric B. Sports Daily. Hello, Eric B. How many days until college football, Eric? I'm ready. And hello, Will Cooper. Great to see you. Thank you for being here.
I'm working.
You're working?
I'm working.
Mary Ellen says she's glad the dry dock issue isn't in Spain, where I'm heading soon. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm just looking up something because my ADD brain works like that. Go ahead.
So,
just please go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm working on this one.
Tonight we're going to be doing. We're going to talk about what we thought about Carnival's decision, and then we're going to go into sharing some travel memes. And yes, they are Carnival related. And then we're going to play travel company slogan trivia. So we're going to give you their slogan, and y'all guess which travel company are we talking about with their slogan. So just a little fun for that. We do want to recognize our moderators, and I know we have Nick here from Nick Tours, and we have Anthony. I don't know if we're missing anybody else that's here tonight, but thank y'all for being our moderators. We appreciate that. Now, what's up, Hannah?
I'm trying to find out when Masquerade's happening, but they haven't announced the dates.
You don't know when the Masquerade is happening?
Macarena.
The Macarena.
Yeah.
So, what have we done for...
Eric says 58 days for college football.
I'm so ready. I saw where Clemson and LSU's the first game for Clemson, and it's a 7:30 game on ABC.
I bet you College Game Day will be there.
8, yeah. It's yeah. I can't think. I think it's August 30th. I think that's what it was. So, yeah. I just love college football. I like just watching every team. It's not just watching Clemson. Did you enjoy going to Clemson games when you were there?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Hannah's first game was her dorm had this big field. What was the field called?
Bowman.
Bowman Field, and her very first college game day, they actually had ESPN game day right outside on Bowman Field, right outside her dorm, like she could see it from her window.
Mm-hmm. I imagine they're probably going to have the same setup for that first game.
You think it's going to? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of first games are boring. The Tigers from Death Valley will win that game. Ha ha. They are both Tigers from Death Valley.
We'll see.
Yep.
I have no idea what they're going to do. But yes, so let's. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I can talk about stuff.
I'm just trying to think what we've been doing for wedding stuff this week.
Got to pick up a dress.
Oh yeah, Hannah's dress is in and her veil, so we're gonna pick that up this weekend. Anything else?
Jarrell got his.
Jarrell went and picked out tuxes for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing some emails. Oh, rehearsal dinner.
Yep.
Got rehearsal dinner place set up. We've been pretty busy this week.
I've been trying to figure out where I can go to try on wedding bands.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah, because I think I figured out Jarrell's.
You're figuring out Jarrell's, or you're gonna let Jarrell pick out his
Jarrell said he was good with this one.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I don't know where to go for myself that I'm not going to pay a fortune. I just need, like...
I'm going to go to Johnson's Jewelers.
Well...
That's a little local jewelry store we have
it's
here.
It's still expensive.
Yeah.
But...
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Did he want one that's like a work one, too, though?
Yeah, this is the fancy one.
Yeah, and then one for,
silicone.
Silicone, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up what we're talking about tonight. What? If anyone don't get it, both we got it. Yeah, both are Tigers and both play at their stadium called Death Valley.
Yep.
So somebody's going to win from Death Valley. So we stopped kind of talking about what we're reading, but we thought we'd talk about it again.
Ow.
So what are we reading? I just finished The Wedding People, which was funny. I really liked it. It was kind of a break because I'm usually into thrillers, and The Wedding People was more, it has a dark moment, but it becomes funnier. And
contemporary fiction.
I liked it. And now I'm going back to thrillers, and I'm doing Freedom McFadden's The Crash. And at first I didn't like it because I like strong female characters, and I thought she was a very weak one. You know, that feeling that, like
Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but the old horror movies with the females like just sit there and wait and scream.
Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that kind of feeling. At first I thought the character was like that, but then now I'm seeing the strong character come out, the strong female character come out. So I like it now. And there's not actually two strong female characters, and it's told from 2 points of view.
Mom's birthday was also last week.
Oh, yeah. I did have a birthday. Sunday. Sunday.
That's also what happened while we were gone.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because she got like 11 or 12 books over here.
I created an Amazon wish list and they shot from it.
But also, Hannah,
you did add some extra books.
It finds recommendations that are not on your list.
Yes.
And
I'm very appreciative.
I'm excited for that Ghostwriter book. The one that has the pages.
Mm-hmm.
That look fun.
What are you reading, Hannah?
I finished reading Never Lie.
Another Freedom McFadden's book, which is probably, my opinion right now, is the best one.
Frida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I do have to say Riley Sager is my guy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like Frida's your girl. Riley's my guy.
Yeah.
If I'm going to choose between the two, they're still both great, but I'm going to go with Riley.
Yeah, all Frida's not great.
Yeah.
There was one Frida I read that was like, I feel like I was watching Young and the Restless.
Yeah.
Or listening to Young and the Restless.
So I'm not going to give anything away, but I literally, within the first 20 pages of 20% of this book, I call my mother and I say, hey, is this? I was making a guess, and she goes, no.
And I wasn't going to give it away.
And then
she was trying to guess the ending. I'm like, no.
Towards 85% of the way through the book, it happens. And I call her. I said, you lie. You are a liar.
Don't call me to ask questions.
You are a liar.
I want you to experience it all yourself.
Well, I figured out two things. Because they kept saying something. And I'm like, You know, I was like, why are they saying that?
So Holly says she has read Never Lie.
Mm-hmm.
Never Lie's good.
And Will Cooper says happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate that.
All right, and then I'm 60% of the way through Happy Ever After Life, which is just a cute. I think she's indie author. I think, but it's imagine. There's a reason why I picked this book. Imagine. Have you ever seen the show Ghost Adventures? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's about paranormal.
With paranormal investigators.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I am pretty positive she took the host of Ghost Adventures and made him the lead male character. Because the way that she describes him in his show,
just like it.
It's just like it. and so it's about this girl who's the producer for the show and the host of the show, and she's a skeptic. He's not, obviously. They go to a house and they find out that there is a couple of ghosts there that have issues and they have to fix their problems.
Like therapists.
Yeah, they're therapists. But it's their romance, but they're also trying to fix the ghost romance. So it's cute. Yeah.
So going back to Carnival, and travel memes this time are about Carnival. But going back to Carnival, and I know everybody has their opinions, and I have talked to several clients that says if they have something booked, they're not canceling because in the end they would lose money pretty much. But that said this will be their last Carnival cruise because of the changes with the rewards program.
Give a brief, Cliff Notes version of the changes for people that do not know.
Well, for people like myself, I'm platinum, and the only reason I'm platinum is because we had the Charleston port for so long, and Charleston's only 2.5 hours away from us. We were getting up in the morning, getting on a cruise ship, in 2.5 hours. So that's how I got to platinum, is that we were just taking a lot of short cruises out of Charleston. Mimi's platinum too, but platinum it's not huge. But those of you that are platinum, some of you are even diamond. You do have some perks, and my perk that I love the most is priority boarding and embarkation. And if I'm on a longer cruise, I like the laundry option that's provided. The other options are fine. They took away the $25 casino credit. That kind of bothered me a little bit. Anyway, stop it. So now they're starting a whole new thing where it's based on rewards points, and it's pretty much based on money. And for people that have the Carnival credit card, you get points. For the most amount of money you get spent, you get points. But they're saying that everybody would start over. Me being 2028, I would start over with a red card. And if I didn't earn enough in 2 years to get to a higher level, I would still go back to a red card anyway. Which means you have no perks. But Hannah has a Carnival credit card, so maybe she might get more points.
No.
She used it a lot, but she really don't use it
I really don't use it a lot. I use it for things that I can't use on my Amex.
And people that are diamond get to keep their status for 6 years, but I still think in 2 years, in 2026, they're still taking away some of the perks, no matter if you kept your status or not.
So instead of how many nights you stay and you staying at that level, it's about how much money you spend with Carnival, and it resets every 2 years, right?
Yeah. And it's supposed to be, once you reach that level, lifetime. And now they're taking that away. And it's almost like you feel like you had a contract with somebody, and they broke the contract. That's how I feel.
They broke your trust.
Yeah. And if y'all want to put how you feel in the comments, please do. But
father is not happy.
Your father?
Yes. He was like, why? I was like, bring it down. Dinner tonight.
I'm not angry. I'm not an angry person, so I'm not angry about it. But I think I'm disappointed in it. But I have already, once the Sunshine left Charleston, I haven't been on a bunch of Carnival cruises. I had already done the status match with MSC because they do that. They status match you from your Carnival level or whatever your highest level is. I'd already done that. So, and I really was leaning more towards being more
loyal to MSC
and Norwegian. I was using them a lot more. And I also like Celebrity, even though I only did it once, I would do it again. So it's not like I'm going, oh, I'm diehard Carnival and I'm so mad. It's just like, well, that just kind of gives me a reason not to be loyal to Carnival. That makes sense.
I'm quite toasty.
No, you're toasty now.
Can you please turn it down a degree or two? Please.
I have access on my phone. I promise.
Why you do that, Holly said, I think it's wrong that you earn status and then they take it away. I understand that they were top heavy, but what is the incentive now if you can't cruise often to earn points?
Exactly, Holly. I agree with you totally. So why should I be loyal to them if they're not loyal to us? Is what I feel. That's just I'm turning the air down. Came on. So, yeah, that's just my feeling on it. So,
fair.
I agree with you.
Holly says, I prefer Princess. I hope they don't do it too.
Yeah, that's a concern with Princess and Holland America being under the Carnival Corporation umbrella. Mm-hmm. But I haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, we enjoy Princess too. We just did it through Alaska though. That's the only one we've been on, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. So right now, if this takes effect, and they're saying, oh, we're going to think about it for a year and make adjustments. So I don't know. But I think they just came in too aggressive with this change, is what I feel like.
I understand that they didn't think, whenever they set this rewards program in motion, that so many people would hit their tiers that they set, I don't know when it was set, like 20, 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. But, as people get older and time goes by.
Yeah, a lot of people would be platinum.
Yeah, and so, I understand, I think they should grandfather people in.
Yes.
For, if not forever, for an extended amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But, they should have changed their night limits or something. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily, oh, we need you to spend this much money on a cruise with us.
Because I'm about to, with this coming cruise, I'm going to be at 100 nights with Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
see, I appreciated MSC's structure of how they handled their ships better.
Yeah,
just their entertainment and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm happy on a cruise, period, but mm-hmm. I'm not that loyal.
Nick said, this is how I felt when Royal Caribbean, is that RCO? Royal mm-hmm. Caribbean changed theirs. I would be a lot higher now if they did it before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we hardly ever sell Carnival, but if Royal did this, I would be really upset since they have better perks, in my opinion. They do have good perks at Royal, and I agree with you.
Hear, hear.
Yep.
Dilly, dilly.
Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly. So, anyway, there's so many memes out on Facebook and everything right now. So, I decided just to share with you all some that I found. And everybody, the Southwest just started charging for bags. And he says, now I'm charging for bags. The other one says, hold my beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then this says 1 reward point for every duck you find and give it to customer service, like a scavenger hunt. And I've seen this one with several different cruise ships being named on this meme, but my cruise loyalty, and it has staying with Carnival, looking at Royal.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I've had several people this week reach out and say, "Hey, how do I do that status match with MSC?"
Yeah,
and I sent them the link, and I sent them a screenshot of what their status is with that current cruise line, so they can, go ahead and submit it. But I told them it might take a while because I bet you a lot of people are trying to do status match with MSC right now after this announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wait till you are ready to book a cruise. I would go ahead and do it if you haven't already done it.
Mm-hmm.
What did Mary Ellen say?
No program's perfect. I've been paying double for years and only getting credit for one night. I don't see there'll be much of a change for me.
Yeah, Mary Ellen she's solo cruising, so she's got to pay double. I'm solo cruising in August. First time I ever had a cabin by myself.
And then Mimi's like, oh, I think I'll come hang out in your room. And you're like, I love you.
I did not get my room is because we booked it kind of late, and my room is not even on the same floor as them, and they're like, "You're so far away from us."
It's
I'm
really
like,
not.
I kind of planned it that way. I was kidding. I'm not really super far from them. I'm like one level up and a little bit further down. Yeah.
MasterCard of the Seas.
MasterCard of the Seas. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Well, how the MasterCard program works, it says, I'm not impressed with the Royals perks. Drinks don't cut it for me.
I'll give them some free drinks.
So the MasterCard, with how the program works now through Barclays, is that you get like a point for every dollar you spend. It's not the best credit card in the world at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get, I think, like double or triple what you spend if you spend it on something with Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just accumulates. So like 1 point equals 1 cent. So in order for you to claim $500 worth of stuff, you have to have 50,000 points. $1 for, yeah, you get where I'm going with that. So it's not the best thing, and you can only claim that money on a Carnival purchase. So let's say I bought like a piece of furniture for $500. I can't use my points on that. I have to use it on a cruise, or I have to use it on purchasing the drink package or an excursion or something. It has to be with Carnival that I can redeem the points.
And now you can get loyalty points with it.
All I know is I've just been gradually building it up.
Yeah.
To where it would pay for like one person's 3-day cruise or 4-day cruise,
Yeah.
I still prefer my Sky Miles.
And this one's Carnival executives the day after dropping the new rewards program. Also, and I know they didn't want it to leak out, but I thought it was quite interesting they didn't have like a webinar with travel agents.
I don't think they wanted to answer questions.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Thought that was interesting. We've got like a little video that everybody else got. I thought it was funny. You get a red card. Everybody gets a red card because it says that they're going to take away the blue card. Just to make it feel better. They're going to take away the blue card.
For people who don't know what the blue card is.
Blue card is the very first sailing that you ever make on Carnival. You get a blue card. But everybody's going to go to a red card, and then you can earn it within 2 years to get it to the next level, gold or whatever. But if you don't earn it in the 2 years, then you go back to a red card.
Do we know the limits, the money limits for each level?
Yes, but I don't have it offhand. Okay. Yes. People have already been doing the math, so yeah.
Math is mathin'.
Math is mathin'. All right, so we're going to give you a slogan for a travel company, and you'll get it when you first see the first one. And we're just asking that you try to name what the company is. Isn't that a pretty little graphic?
Did you make it or did you find it?
I made it. Well, actually, I did it on Canva, but Canva now has the AI thing, so you just tell them what you want. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute?
Mm-hmm.
I love Canva. Mm-hmm. I've used Canva a lot for the wedding.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea. What else? Okay.
All right. So the first one, Fly the Friendly Skies. What company is that? Why are you laughing?
Because I don't think of this company necessarily as friendly.
Why?
I'll explain to you. Canva is great.
Yes.
It is great. It's really good for editing photos. They have a really good eraser, and like you really don't need that much Photoshop with Canva unless you're like trying to blur like an image or like put a background in or something. But like for like erasing or background erasing or trying to get rid of a blemish, it's really good.
And Canva has a free version. I mean, it don't have a lot of bells and whistles to it, but just for somebody that wants to see, do I like this? Is this something I could feel like I could use? I use it for all our thumbnails and things like that. I used to use it for editing videos. Remember that?
God, that was bad.
It would take forever.
But it was just like choppy.
I still do shorts in it though.
Mm-hmm.
I do shorts in Canva and I do shorts in CapCut. I haven't done shorts in a long time though. I need to get back on that because I got a lot of videos on my phone that I need to make into shorts.
Hold on.
I'm working on a ship tour right now with the MSCC short.
Is it kicking your butt?
It's kicking my tail because it has a big ship and has lots of spots. So I have gotten all the video in. I've gotten all the graphics in. Now I'm doing the voiceover for every single area on that ship. I will have it done by this weekend. That is my goal. I will state it into, what's the word?
I'm so sorry. I was not paying attention.
I will speak it into
existence.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. And then we need to film one more video.
PicMonkey is cut.
Similar to Canva. Okay. I've heard of PicMonkey. I've just never used it.
All right. Fly the Friendly Skies.
Fly the Friendly Skies is United.
So the reason why is because
why you say United's not friendly.
Well, here is Eric.
Always delayed.
But United, like 10 years back, had the worst overbooking rate, where they would bump people off their flights, and people would get mad all the time. It's gotten better recently, but that's why I never messed with United when I didn't even consider anything to do with loyalty to them, because their overbooking rate when I was considering credit cards and loyalty programs when I first started out, terrible. Terrible.
Never flown United. Have I only flown? No, I have flown. Have I flown American?
I have.
I think I've flown American for work, for something.
I had to fly American. The Aiken County Public Schools.
Yeah.
They use American.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it for FBLA.
Yeah. But I'm very loyal to Delta. Even though they also changed our rewards program a few years ago.
Well, at least you're at least one up.
Oh yeah. All right. The next one, wonderful hospitality always. That's a big promise. Always. Which I do like this company. I'm pretty loyal to them too, most of the time.
Even though she got a credit card with them.
I did. I swore I was just going to keep my Delta Amex card, but I decided to go with a hotel loyalty card too, because they offer some good stuff.
They also are different. They're also accepted at Costco.
Yeah. Because our Costco doesn't, I guess all Costco's don't take American Express or MasterCard.
No. They only take debit cards, and the only credit card they take is Visa.
Yeah, I wonder why.
That's the rule. They take
That's the rule.
They take any debit cards. They do not take any credit cards. They only take Visa credit cards.
Don't think I've ever heard Nick says myself. Myself.
I guess, and I got it. You're close. Think the other one.
If you've ever seen all of our videos, we are staying at one of the hotels under this umbrella.
Other one.
Other one.
Other big one in America.
Yes.
Is your husband mowing his grass?
Is that him?
It sounds very much like your yard.
Hold on, y'all. I don't know. We're upstairs. He did say something about he needed to mow grass.
He said I didn't. I knew it was one of them.
Red Roof Inn.
It's a Marriott.
It is the Marriott.
Yeah, the Marriott has a Visa card.
Yeah. And
Mom's figuring out his loyalty program right now.
They sent me a good deal, so I decided to take it. $400 towards hotels, which I have 3 Marriott hotels booked already. And then a lot of nights added to my loyalty and things like that. So
can you use it at the Grand Chateau in Vegas? I'm just asking for when we do find a reason to go back. I don't have a reason yet.
Hannah's been thinking about Vegas a lot lately.
Or equal, I think, but I have Hilton card because Marriott Reward is whack.
Well, I just signed up, Eric. I've always had the rewards program, but yeah.
Experience.
All right, experience more at sea.
So, no, I don't know why I want to go back to Vegas, because Vegas is not my vibe at night, But part of me just likes it. I don't know. But the other part of me just wants to read a book somewhere.
That's what I'm going to do. And I have my room to myself. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell those two ladies, I'm not a breakfast person. Do not expect me to go eat breakfast with you all the time.
Well, Mimi's going to be like, I'm hungry.
Go. I put you right near the buffet. Just get on the elevator, go up.
So the last time I cruised with Mimi.
You're out of the video.
The last
Closer.
time I cruised with Mimi, she looked at me, she goes, I would really like a Danish. And this woman is still in her nightgown in the bed. And I look at her and I'm like, what are you asking? And she goes, I just really like a Danish. And I'm sitting here going, do you want me to get a Danish for you? That would be nice. She doesn't ever ask. She makes statements that she formulates in her head as a question. Like,
I'm gonna teach her because you can still get free continental breakfast on Carnival. You just have to call them and tell them what you want. I'm gonna print out the little menu.
But like whenever like she's going on a trip with mom or me or something, and dad is home watching the dogs, she looks at dad and goes, don't you love watching Josie? That's her dog's name. And he's like, sometimes. And she's like, wouldn't you like to watch Josie while I'm gone? And it's like
she's doing you a favor.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, Mimi.
Eric says he has 2 Hilton credit cards, one with a fee and one with no fee. Okay. Eric says that he loves Vegas at
all times. Even when it's 105 degrees, Eric.
She said, I've been to Vegas for a really good show. Otherwise, meh.
What was the really good show? I want to see a concert in the Sphere.
Have you ever seen people trip out at the Sphere?
They trip out?
Like they had a bad trip?
They took something?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm afraid I would get motion sickness.
Like they stand up and they're like trying to touch.
Oh, no. I bet they get escorted out.
Yeah. It is insane.
Yes, it is. It is Norwegian. And they do have the free at sea. That they call more at sea.
I'd love to see the Wizard of Oz there. Same.
Yes.
Yeah. ACM Awards.
Oh, that's what she saw was the ACM Awards in Vegas.
Is that country music?
Academy of Country Music, yes. There's CMA and ACM, whatever. All right, retrain travel.
The hint's in there.
Stop.
That's how I guessed it. So explain to me that, like, are they showing the Wizard of Oz movie in the Sphere?
Yes.
Okay.
And right now they have, like, the legs under the Sphere.
Like the Wicked Witch of the East.
Like it landed on the witch. Yeah. Yep.
And
the ruby slippers.
The house to pitch. Suddenly. Into it's then. Just then.
Not a good one. Never heard of it.
Ease on down the road.
That's the Wiz.
I know. Honey, I know. I know the difference between
Has
Wicked.
the Wiz gone on World Tour yet? I think it's going on World Tour.
Yeah, it's just a different cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal cast.
They were so talented. That's probably one of the most talented cast I've ever seen.
It was just
on
like
a stage.
They had the best of the best of that show. Like
they one of those characters. Who was it? It was the Scarecrow. He up here doing toe touches and hitting belts and like notes and just riffs, and I'm just going, how do you have breath?
And the guy that played the lion was so good.
Oh, but the bad witch, Eva Mean, she was so good.
Yes, the hint is in the name, retrain travel. Which the slogan's not that great, I don't think. You know, I guess
retrain,
like rethink it, like do another way.
I would like to go on an Amtrak train.
I would like to go again because I had such a bad experience the first time. I think we told the story before, but I went on an Amtrak train for my honeymoon.
Let me get the Cliff Note version.
I'm going to take the Cliff Note. So as we were leaving from Charleston because my grandmother lived in Charleston at the time. And when we were leaving from Charleston, the train stopped like suddenly, and I turned off all the lights, and our train had ran over somebody on the tracks, and the person's body was underneath our car. That was it. Yep. Yeah, freaked me out. So, all right. One person's going to know this really well. Flying Refined. They have 2 slogans. Flying Refined, and the other one is More Blank, which is the name of the company, More Places.
It'd be bad if you don't know it.
And nobody else is going to know this one except that one person, so just wait. If they don't know.
Oh, boy.
They get to be the only ones to answer because nobody else is going to know this answer.
It's not an American one.
Yes, Nick.
You can answer it.
You can answer it. Oh, look at Eric. Eric got it. It is Porter Airlines, which Nick works for.
Porter Airlines.
I had to throw one in there, Nick, as I did my research.
Porter.
So they have 2 slogans: Flying Refined and More Porter, More Places.
Is it Porter?
Oh, Eric flew Porter. How about that?
Porter Airlines. I feel he's screaming.
I know, like
Porter Airlines.
We had to think of you, Nick.
We always think of Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Porter.
There's Porter. Blank for the stay.
We just said where we are going in November.
Huh?
We? That's my office. We just said where we are going in November. Are we going to New York?
You're getting married in November.
But Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking about something totally different? All right, is it we or is it like you go with somebody else? We.
Porter
just said where we are going to be flying. Oh, are you going to New York?
I'm confused, but okay.
They just announced a new route.
Oh. Are y'all going to the southeast?
You know, you went to Charlotte. It's not that far from here.
Yeah.
We already fly to NYC, my dear. I thought it was Newark. I didn't realize it was.
And he flew to Newark that day that we were there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I mean. New York's
my dear. My dear, my dear.
Blank for the stay.
Chicago, Montreal in 2018, and Toronto to NYC. That's what he flew for Porter.
Nice.
Is it that?
Yes. You don't remember? It is Hilton. I like Hilton too. I love Hampton Inn. I think that's under Hilton. I think. I like Hampton Inn. We used to stay at Hampton Inn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Ellen Dillon has asked Nick a question. She says, where else does Porter fly in the United States?
I said you disagree with that one. This one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I had bad experience there. I don't like it.
Hampton is Hilton.
Yeah, I like Hampton Inn.
She said it reminded her of the 90s, 80s,
70s. I just think, okay, there's 2 things about New York that bother me. I think they need to update it because it looks like you're flying out of a place from the 1970s.
It's yellowy.
Yeah, it just needs, and it's been a while. When was the last time I did it? When Mimi and I went on the Celebrity. So 2 years ago. It's been a while. So maybe they've updated it. I don't know. But the rideshare area is so unorganized. I just can't. That threw me off how unorganized the rideshare is. Like, you know, you go out of LaGuardia and they have like, you go to this area for Lyft, you go to this area. It was like people were picking up their family members and the rideshares at one area. And there was no organization.
If you have a rideshare and you're going from Jersey to New York, you pay it over state lines fee.
Well, we were staying in Jersey because we were getting on the ship in Jersey.
Well, I'm just saying because you had to take it, but not from the airport. But you were staying in Jersey, but your port was in New York.
Yeah.
So you had to pay.
the time we did Newark, I learned from that first time, and I flew into New Jersey because we were staying in New Jersey because we were getting on Celebrity in New Jersey. We didn't go into the city.
Florida times 5, Vegas, Phoenix, California times 2, New York times 2.
Going to Florida. I guess I knew you went to Florida. I think you got on a cruise there, didn't you?
And we just said Mexico, Nassau, Cayman Islands, and Costa Rica. That's what they just added.
Nice.
Oh, he gets to go to nice places.
I know, right?
He gets to go to places with a nice beach. Wow. The sea is calling. Answer royally. What is that? What is that?
It's pretty evident. Is
it?
The sea is calling. Answer it royally.
Ow. Ew.
Hannah was trying to take a nap after I cooked dinner.
Oh my gosh. I love my chihuahua.
I cook dinner on Thursdays when Hannah comes, or sometimes we pick up something, but I cooked.
I can bring friends on layovers, wink, wink.
Ah!
I was trying to take a nap.
And the chihuahua loves when because Hannah like scratches her real good on her back. She was like, the whole time Hannah's trying to sleep.
Or she would like do this thing where she would just like
put her back to her
and then turn and just look at me, and I'm just like,
scratch my back.
Oh, Liza.
She is so cute though.
She's a sweetheart. You can't be mad at her.
It is Royal Caribbean, and that's the icon of the seas. I've only been on one Royal Caribbean ship, and that was the Mariner. And I would go back. I want to take Mimi to one that has the ice skating rink because she loves ice skating. What?
Watching ice skating.
She likes watching ice skating. No, I'm not taking her ice skating. Good Lord. She broke a hip in a second.
Yeah, I know.
But she loves watching ice skating on TV. I think she would enjoy the shows.
Mm-hmm. Take her to Disney on Ice. I dare you. Take her to Disney on Ice.
What did
I used to take Amtrak every weekend between Philly and Groton.
When he was in the Navy.
Star of the Seas is about to come out. Can't wait.
Yes.
Say it.
Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency. Farency. I didn't know this was their slogan.
Fair.
Really? I would say low fares, nothing to hide. I don't think I would put that's transparency.
Because that's a hard word to say. Farency. Like I would say transparency. 100% if I had to say that. Transparency. Boom, 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 boom.
So Nick, are you booked on Star of the Seas?
The Star of the Seas was
out of Orlando, Port Canaveral.
Diana Ross, is she the?
Oh yeah, they had Diana Ross as the mother, godmother. What a godmother! I mean, that's an icon. That's like nobody's gonna beat that.
Do you think that's gonna be her intro song?
I'm coming out.
I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. Yeah. I'm coming.
And low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
He said, not yet. I need to talk with 2 Canadian travel agents first.
Oh, I know who they are.
Southwest.
It is Southwest.
Southwest.
Have you ever been flying where you see a plane like that?
Like what?
Like close.
Not that close.
No, I haven't been that close, but I have seen
a mountain.
No, I've seen a plane
Southwest.
Flying like parallel with us, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
I've seen a mountain.
Especially when we were flying from Utah that time. For some reason, that was a thing. There were so many times that there you could see a plane.
Which is crazy because we fly into Atlanta a lot.
Uh-huh.
And Atlanta is one of the busiest airports in the world.
Yeah.
And we don't ever see that. But no, do you remember seeing the mountain? I was like, and everybody was like, look outside. Was it Rainier?
Mount Rainier.
And it was like, look outside the mountain. I'm like, I don't want to see it. If I see it in closely, that means we're going to hit it.
The bad thing about flying in Seattle that time was that the clouds were so low that by the time you got out of the clouds, we saw Mount Rainier and at the top above the clouds. And by the time we got down, we were landing. So it was like cloud, so it didn't really give you the warning. It was like, boom. I was like, oh
my warning is when I hear the wheels unlock.
Yeah, but I was thinking I was going to see a little bit more airtime without the clouds before we hit the runway.
Eric B says I was just on Margaritaville. Like I say, I'm spoiled by a big ship.
Oh, so it was a little bit too small. Because I've been thinking about one of the Margaritavilles because they offer veterans a free cruise or something. And I was going to check into it because William, but I'm like,
we'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were flying to Hawaii for the first time? And
I love how you say Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. I mean, you say it the way they say it.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Hawaii. I can't even say it that way.
Hawaii.
My grandmother used to say Hawaii.
Oh, jeez.
I want to go to Hawaii and see Elvis sing because he was singing some concert.
Jeez Louise. But in Hawaii, they like our first time flying. It's a 9-hour flight from Atlanta, and so we didn't have like the screens in front of us to track the flights. Like it was the planes where they had the shared movies. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a long time ago.
Yeah. And so then we lost concept of time, and we were looking down and it was like a clear sky. So we can look down and we're like, oh, we saw where like California ended. And we're like, we'll be in Hawaii like so quickly. 3 hours later, we did not realize it was that far off the coast of California. Do you remember that?
I do, because I never was good with geography ever. And I was like, I didn't really realize Hawaii was that far off the coast. And I was like, okay.
It was a
long flight. From Atlanta, it was 9 hours. And that's long for me. That's the longest flight I've been on.
I keep getting Facebook reels and stuff, like with Hawaiian food. And like,
they do have some good food.
I saw a shrimp on the side of the road. And I was like, this is so much.
We'll leave the light on for you. Is Motel 6. Look at that motel.
We've stayed there before.
We stayed at Motel 6?
Yes.
When?
I'm pretty positive.
We stayed at Days Inn that kind of looked like that.
When my grandmother died? Or she was getting sick? Or...
Yeah.
You looked at me, you were like, you're not swimming in that pool.
Yeah, we're so bougie.
No, it wasn't that. It was like green algae.
Yeah.
Because I love water.
Yeah, there went William's parents lived in the country, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there was nothing near them, hardly, to stay at.
So
we didn't want. They had other family members staying at the house, so we didn't want to stay there. So we went and stayed at a motel. But I don't think it wasn't Motel 6. I wouldn't have signed up for that. It was probably like a Days Inn or something. But yeah.
Savor the journey. Experiences with us are too good to hurry through. Oh, geez. I remember what it is now. This is the last one.
This is the last one, yes. Savor the journey. Experiences with us are too good to hurry through. And it's not a restaurant. It sounds like food.
But Dad got it right.
Yeah. Well, I booked 2 clients on this week. That's probably what he was thinking because I was working through it. Yeah.
Journey with the ginger. Savor the journey.
That could be our motto, couldn't it? Savor the journey. Yeah. Experiences with us are too good to hurry through. That sounds very pompous.
No. What do you miss about Hawaii?
What I miss the most about Hawaii is how laid back they all are. Nobody's in a hurry. Nobody seems stressed. I'm sure they are.
They're really, like, the native Hawaiians there are, like, so nice.
They're so nice. It's almost like
you're like family
when you would think for Southern hospitality, which sometimes we don't have Southern
but they're
nicer.
But they're nicer.
They're just so sweet, and they're so. Back then, we're so. It's been a while since we've been there. I'm sure it's still the same. We're so appreciative.
Yeah.
Of having people come to their businesses and such.
I'm talking not like the chains. We're talking like
local,
small, like family-owned businesses.
Yeah. If you ever go to Hawaii,
this is a cruise line. I'm gonna give that hint right now. It is a cruise line, so start guessing.
It is a cruise line. If you ever go, I tell everybody, if you have the ability to take extra luggage home that's not going to be too expensive, get a suitcase there. They have tons of Ross, they have Marshalls.
We went to the Ross stores on Oahu.
They have the cheapest prices for clothes and such. We got all of her back to school clothes that summer from there.
We went 3 summers in a row. It was like each summer.
And then the Kona coffee at Walmart was so cheap.
Mm-hmm. Like we would get all the, like, yes, it's good to support like the farms and stuff, but like if you're like buying for people in bulk and you're on a budget, going to Walmart and getting Kona coffee and like macadamia nuts and stuff.
And if you like yard sales and thrifting,
it's so much fun.
That because of the heavy population of military families there, when they're getting sent back like to the States or somewhere else, they don't want to have to fly with all their belongings home. So they have major yard sales, and it's just kind of cool to go thrifting to see what they have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just things you don't think about doing in Hawaii that we did.
But I will say, when you go to chain restaurants, like Zippy's is a like diner in Hawaii, and it's so good.
And Eric, there is now a Zippy's in Las Vegas. So next time you go to Vegas, go have breakfast or brunch at Zippy's.
Yes, they have the best fried rice.
A lot of people.
See, I thought it was Viking too.
Who said? You said Viking.
I said Viking.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was like, those things are long. Those cruises are long.
Well, they're not as long, but they're adding more days. Like they're just starting to put in 14-day Viking cruises. I'm like, you're on the river for 14 days. Are you going back and forth?
Yeah. I don't want to do a Viking cruise, but I do want to do a Nile River cruise in Egypt.
That's probably going to be Viking.
No. There's like Egyptian owned like Nile River cruises. They like Kara and Nate went on. They liked it. I want to see a Nile crocodile from afar.
You want to see an alligator? You can go down to the Brick Pond part.
Crocodiles are different than alligators. My guess is Holland, America.
It is Holland, America. I just booked 2 couples on Holland, America. That's the first time I booked somebody on Holland, America. I did that this week. Finished all that up. They're going to Alaska. Holland, America's Alaska itinerary is nice. I think you would really like Holland, America.
Because
you like more mature people.
I like being with the older people. She does. I don't like being with the kids.
Well, I think Princess depends on where they're going.
Let me tell you, that Princess cruise line was the chillest cruise.
Well, you know, the oldest population of people that I've cruised with was a Canada, New England.
Was that Celebrity or Norwegian?
It was Norwegian Escape out of New York. And it was a very diverse population. I think a lot of Asians on that ship, which I guess they're all wanting to see.
Didn't they have Canada. Like a bunch of different like cuisines and stuff?
Yeah, they because they had such a large Asian population, they had like stations with a lot of good Asian food in the buffet. I mean, I love that cruise. That was really neat, but I felt really young, very young compared to the population.
She was in the younger demographic.
I was. Maybe like I feel young on this, but I loved it. I just loved all the people. It was just such a calm cruise. So, but that is Holland, America. And we are doing good on time. We're just about to finish up.
Hey, there might be a cruise next year you would like, and it's with an amazing Canadian. What cruise? Is it a princess cruise? Because you like princess. I know this. Like,
you have to tell us whenever.
Okay, side note. He said Evita, and I know this is not how you spell it. But have you seen the videos of Rachel Zegler being like Evita, like Evita, where she's singing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina" outside?
Yes,
that is such a cool thing. And my happy butt would be in London, going, "Hello, Rachel. How are you?"
She's so pretty too.
Yeah.
So 8:00 is Lovey Spat Life. I forgot what they're talking about. I was looking at it. Oh, they're going to talk about. William and I last night watched the thing about the poop cruise
on Netflix.
About the Triumph
on Netflix.
It's a quick watch.
It's #1 on Netflix.
Yeah, but if you haven't watched that, think what you got. I mean, it was just just what they had to go through. But anyway, I think Lovey's Fat Life is talking about that documentary. And then I believe Beach Please is at 9. I haven't checked them, but I know Lovey's is at 8. So I guess we should let them get over there. Will you close us out, please?
Let me know the details, Nick. Good night, everybody. Is there a live next week?
Yes.
Okay.
God willing.
All right. Thank you all for staying to the end. Y'all are the real MVPs, but we hope that you stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on. And bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.